Today I'd like to share with you about the mystery of our religion. That's a phrase that comes from verse 16 of 1 Timothy chapter 3. If you're reading through the Bible, you might want to read all of 1 Timothy chapter 3. We're going to focus on the last verse where it says, "Without any doubt, the mystery of our religion is great. He was revealed in flesh, vindicated in spirit, seen by angels, proclaimed among Gentiles, believed in throughout the world, taken up in glory." So here in verse 16, Christ is the mystery. He is the content of the mystery. So you could say, without any doubt, the Christ of our religion is great. You could reread that phrase. And it seems like we are then hearing the verse of perhaps an early Christian hymn or an early Christian affirmation of faith or creed, that he was revealed in the flesh, affirming again, as we heard yesterday, the incarnation, the enfleshment of God in Jesus. He was revealed in the flesh. He was vindicated in spirit, which is a reference to the resurrection, that Jesus was vindicated when God raised him from the dead. He was seen by angels. And again, if you think about the resurrection accounts and there being the women coming and seeing either one or two people robed in white, that he's seen by angels. And then next is proclaimed among the Gentiles. And by the time 1 Timothy is being written and several decades have passed from the death and resurrection of Christ, that Paul and Peter and others have been taking the good news of the gospel beyond the synagogues and beyond just the Jewish people and sharing the good news with Gentiles. And the next phrase of that affirmation is believed in throughout the world. And again, just as Jesus had said in Acts 1:8, that you're going to be my witnesses in Jerusalem and Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth. In the book of Acts, we see that. And those of us who went to Spain a few weeks ago, one of the places we visited was Tarragona, where in Spain they like to believe that Paul made it all the way to Spain, which was the end of the earth in the first century in terms of moving west. They didn't know of anything beyond Spain. And then finally it says taken up in glory, which seems perhaps to be a reference to Christ's ascension. So in this little verse, the mystery of our religion is great, we get this summation several decades into the Christian movement about Jesus, revealed in the flesh, vindicated in spirit, raised from the dead, seen by angels, proclaimed among the Gentiles, believed in throughout the world, and taken up in glory. This is a one-verse synopsis of what we believe about Jesus.